grown a bit shorter over the years. Not that many. My name is Elliot Wilhelm, by the way. I'm the curator of film here at the Detroit Institute of Arts and director of the Detroit Film Theater program, which is actually younger than DAFT. The Detroit Film Theater series began running in this room, and this room was built in 1927. The Detroit Film Theater series began running in 1974. And when I first came here to program movies, I had the honor of having been affiliated with, as being a member of what was then called the Detroit Area Film Teachers. And it was a relatively small organization of people who felt that film as an art form and a method of communication deserved to be taken seriously in schools and by students everywhere in the state of Michigan. And we went to meetings, a small group of people who talked about making movies, talked about watching movies, discussing movies that they liked, and most of all, going through the rather complicated process, as you might imagine in the early 1970s, of finding ways to make movies that didn't really cost a small fortune, because the movie camera that many of us carry around now in our pockets didn't exist. And there were forms like 8mm, which predated Super 8mm and 16mm and other formats, but it required a lot of technical know-how, not that video doesn't, but that was a large part of what that was all about. It took a great deal of effort, as it does now, for anyone, and particularly young folks, to make films and to get them shown. But the people who really wanted to do it, and that includes everybody who's in this room today, everybody who wanted to do it found a way, learned some methodology, found their way around it, whether it was their parents' credit cards, whether it was simply borrowing some equipment for the purpose intended, borrowing equipment for a purpose that was explained as slightly different than the one that you were going to actually use it for. Whatever those methods were, and I'm not saying do anything nefarious in order to get your film made, people found a way to tell their stories. Many of the people who I remember from the very early days of DAFT are people who went on to make a living at, or in some way incorporate that filmmaking into professions, into what the rest of their adult lives turned out to be. But even if they didn't, all of the folks who were involved in DAFT and learned about film and began to take film seriously as a form of expression learned something really even significantly more important, or at least as important, and that was the joy of telling stories in a format that we all took in our early years a real shine to, and that was moving pictures, and the discovery that those moving pictures touched us and told stories that we found entertaining and amusing and wanted to see over and over again, but most importantly, wanted to tell ourselves, wanted stories that came out of us to be something that we could create and then to move on to the next one. What we didn't have in those days, and I'm really glad that the Detroit Institute of Arts in the last several years has been able to become a part of this, is the joy of seeing your, quote, little movies. And believe me, I don't mean that as a pejorative, it's just your pre-Hollywood phase, to begin to see the films that you have made and the passion that you have made them with on a big screen in a theater that, as I said before, was built in 1927, but was designed from its very opening to show film. We were equipped to show movies, and in fact, we were equipped to show sound films in this room in 1927, which is an interesting year for that, because it's the year that sound first came to motion pictures in a synchronized fashion. So our projection booth upstairs was equipped to show sound films and motion pictures as an art form from the very beginning. And according to people at the Museum of Modern Art in New York, which has won an Oscar for its presentation of films over the decades. We actually predated the Museum of Modern Art in showing film as an art form to the general public as a part of all of the other arts that the DIA encompasses. We predated them by a few months, which means that you are showing your films today in the theater in North America, in any North American museum, that was the first, and certainly among the very first, to show film as an art form. So it's kind of a treat to be able to screen your films in here, and also to be able to see them online, to be able to see them in so many different ways, because one of the great aspects of the age in which we're living is that we have more access to seeing other people's films, and people will have more access to seeing your films than they've ever had before. But with all of that stuff about the technology and the different ways that movies were made and the cost of making movies, the important thing is the film. And that's what we're here this morning and again this afternoon to celebrate, and the fact that you can celebrate your films with family and friends and general audiences in this atmosphere of a movie theater, where after a couple of really difficult years dealing with COVID, we are now able to return to and rediscover the real pleasures of seeing movies in the dark together on a big screen and responding to them. These are things you all know already, but I wanted to tell you that there are other people who know them too, and other people who feel them. And you are part of the future as well as a part of the past, and we are really, really happy to have you all in this room together today. So I've said much too much, and I wanted to also talk about somebody who is going to be discussed in more detail today, and that's a gentleman by the name of John Prusak, who was one of the most important driving forces in DAFT for many years. John passed away, but his spirit is in this room, and in fact, it's on my lapel. This is a little clapboard. Back in 2011, an organization here at the Detroit Institute of Arts that supports this film program, the Detroit Film Theater, took a trip to the Toronto Film Festival, and all the people who signed up for it, and John was on the board of folks who were helping to make it happen, came to a sort of an orientation meeting, and we all had these little clapboards made by John with our names on them as a commemoration of that festival. And something told us all, hold on to those. Those are wonderful memories, and they are typical of John's ability and instinct to always go above and beyond the bare minimum of what you had to do. And I have a feeling that's probably true of all of you who have made films and had them entered here today, because you've taken all of those extra steps and done more than the minimum, and it's out of the same passion that you share with John Prusak. So in his memory, I'm very, very happy to introduce the president of DAFT, currently the president of DAFT, who will tell you a good deal more about today's program, Mike Conrad. Mike Conrad, come on over.
Thank you. My name is Mike Conrad. I'm the video production teacher at Royal Oak High School and the current president of Digital Arts, Film, and Television, also known as DAFT, which is why we're all here. I'd like to welcome you to the longest running student film festival in the nation, the Michigan Student Film Festival, now celebrating our 55th year. We are again live streaming here from the Detroit Film Theater, so I also want to welcome all the people who are watching today remotely from the DAFT website at daftonline.org. Now, I'd like to take a quick, brief 30-second break before I go further in the script to show you a short commercial that used to run on Detroit television from 1982.
Attention, the Detroit Zoo will open in 5 minutes.
5 minutes, please, just 5 minutes.
My lines, I can't remember my lines.
My makeup.
Wardrobe, I say wardrobe.
How do I look? Seriously, how do I look?
Hey, honey, give me a little kiss before I go on, huh?
Okay, guys, this way.
Wrong way, guys.
Nice going, Melton. My lines, my lines.
Ba 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 boo.
I want to talk to my agent.
Let me talk to your agent.
Take it from me, you just gotta keep cool.
Positions, everyone. Hey, no shoving. Move away from me.
Hey, this place is a zoo.
Visit the Detroit Zoo and see how the stars live.
1 and 2 and...
Who remembers seeing that on TV all the time when you were a kid? Yeah, okay, good. So you're old like me. Wonderful. The video that was playing just highlighted the work of Ron Castori, who you can read about on page 23 of your program. This iconic ad from 1982 probably rang a bell with quite a few of the parents and teachers here. It was a world-famous spot for the Detroit Zoo produced by Castori. And I don't know how many times I quoted this to my friends. Nice going, Melvin. I mean, this became part of our vernacular, part of our dialogue. Ron passed away of pancreatic cancer, and in his memory, Mary Beth Castori, his wife and business partner, has kindly contributed to help keep our festival alive. We also want to, yes, please. We also want to dedicate this year's festival to one of the founding fathers of DAFT, John Prusak. While John passed away in March, John's legacy will live on in the hearts and minds of all of his students, both young and old. He'll be greatly missed. Today just isn't the same without him. And you can read about John's life and accomplishments on page 2 in your festival program. Now, take a moment to look around. You are in one of the jewels of Detroit, the Detroit Film Theater, built in the 20s. The amazing leadership of the DIA and its creative and ambitious auxiliary, the Friends of the Detroit Film Theater, are responsible for the beautiful restoration. We cannot thank the DIA and the Detroit Film Theater enough for its long-standing partnership with DAFT, and we'd like to especially thank Larry Bransky, Jody Humantel, Kate Lauerman, Gwen Lindsay, and Elliot Wilhelm for their annual support. So please give them a big round of applause. It takes an army of judges to view the entries from the festival, and we were thrilled to have so many judges take part this year earlier in our first or second round of judging. Many of them are here today, and I would ask that they stand so we can thank them for their expertise and their time. Thank you all. Behind every great student is generally a media teacher who has the key to the equipment cabinet, and they do more than that, as we all know. Inside your program, you'll find the names of so many dedicated teachers and coaches who made such a difference in this year's over 370 plus submissions to the festival. Now, each year, DAFT chooses a teacher that deserves to be honored, and this year's 2023 Media Teacher of the Year is longtime friend and former board member of DAFT, Steve Garrissey. You can read all about Steve on page 4 of your program, including his great work with both high school and middle school students in Grosse Pointe. Let's give it to him again. Steve, please stand up so you can be recognized. Now, please look over your program for our special donors listed, especially the terrific staff of the DIA's Detroit Film Theater, and most notably, Michigan Arts and Culture Council, National Endowment of the Arts, and the Michigan Film and Digital Media Office, and ProCam Photo and Video Gear. We are very fortunate to have the following colleges providing scholarships this year for senior high-level Best of Show awardees: the Motion Picture Institute, University of Detroit Mercy, the College for Creative Studies, and Lawrence Technological University. But thanks to Buddy's Pizza, especially Michelle Lawton and the Buddies on Northwestern Highway in Farmington Hills, for not only feeding our hungry judges back in May, but for the great t-shirts our Best of Show students may be wearing right now. Now again, please check your program for more information on our amazing sponsors. They are listed on the screen behind me. Now, it truly is my pleasure to introduce to you our MC for the day. Ryan Patrick Cooper is the award-winning host and producer of Culture Shift on 101.9 WDET, Detroit's NPR station. Hooper has covered stories for the New York Times, NPR, Detroit Free Press, Our Detroit, Spin, and Paste Magazine. Since joining WDET in 2017, Hooper has expanded the station's arts and culture coverage and received numerous awards from the Michigan Association of Broadcasting along the way. Nationally, Hooper was awarded a 2020 RTDNA Regional Edward R. Murrow Award for feature reporting for his story, Would You Rent a Stray Dog from the City of Detroit? In 2018, Hooper was named the Associated Press Michigan Editors Broadcasting Rising Star in Broadcast Journalism. He received the prestigious Cranes Detroit Business 20 in their 20s in 2014. He's committed to volunteerism and was recognized by the state of Michigan in 2007, and we are thrilled to welcome to this year's festival. And I just found out he is alumni of Royal Oak High School, so go Ravens. So please give a nice round of applause to Ryan Patrick Hooper.
Thank you guys so much. Do we have a lot of WDET listeners out there today? Oh, cool. The crowd goes mild. I love it. You can listen to Culture Shift weekdays 12 to 2 on WDET. You can stream it live there. We do a ton of great arts and culture coverage of everything that's happening in Detroit, in Metro Detroit. So it's a great way to stay in touch. Thank you to everyone that helped make this happen. And it's really cool to be here at the Michigan Student Film Festival. And it's 55th year, which is absolutely wild. In high school, I competed in a lot of writing competitions, and those led me to having a dream job, making radio and being able to work in journalism. So I really hope for everyone that's part of this and the students that are part of this that this could be a really remarkable start to an incredible life in the creative arts, working in a lot of different ways that you might not expect. So congratulations to everybody that's here today, and thank you guys so much for coming out. Please give yourselves a big round of applause just for being here today. I really, really do appreciate it. You'll see those programs that you've got, really fantastic that you see there. They've got a lot of information in there. And one of the things that they did is actually do a festival program design cover contest, which was open to high school art students. We got a lot of entries for those, and I'm really, really happy to congratulate 2 students that competed in that from William D. Ford Career Technical Center. I don't have pronouncers up here, so deal with me. Amia Perez, whose design is on the poster. Please give a big round of applause for them, as well as Riley Rudolph, whose design is on this year's festival t-shirt. Big round of applause for them as well. They both received a cash prize for their contributions and their beautiful designs. We also want to congratulate 2 more students, Javon Westbrook from William D. Ford Tech Center and Carter Begrants from Kensington Woods, who each received an honorable mention for their designs and a cash prize as well. So please, big round of applause. This is a very detailed judging process, and I just want to go over what it is and what it looks like for the award levels. You can feel free to look at page 7 in your programs. Okay, back off the mic a little bit. Can you hear me better this way? Okay, fantastic. In the first round of judging, up to 5 minutes of each video is viewed to determine if the work should be awarded merit or honor, excellence, or if it should be considered for best of show. Schools and student names are not revealed to the judges, and the judging rooms get random distribution of each school's submissions. So each juror makes notes on the judging forms, which will be returned to the students early next week. That type of feedback is really, really valuable, and it makes this festival unique in comparison to other festivals in the country. To have that feedback is a really, really powerful thing. Based on the input received from the first round, a second round of judging with media pros and college instructors determines the best of shows honorees whose films you'll be able to see today. And I'm very, very excited to watch with you. Inside of your program, you'll see over 370 submissions we received from high school students from across the state, included an index of each school so you can look up all the awards that each of the schools received. We've had a lot of talking to get us here, so let's finally sit back and enjoy the best of show selections from Michigan K through 8 schools, and I'll be back after to hand out the awards to the students. So sit back and enjoy, and thank you again for joining us today.
Hi, I'm Peter Howell, and this is Pierce News Weather Now. Well, I've had a odd passion for weather since, almost as far back as I can remember, about kindergarten. I read a lot of weather books, did research, learned about fronts, clouds. I'm not entirely sure. It was just an idea that I had. Me and Kaylin Livingstone, we sort of thought about how it would work. We got slides to make, and we asked Mr. Gersey about it, and he said yes. And so, since about, what was it, like the second or third week of school, it's been a part of the news. Maybe on Fridays, I've been thinking about adding a 2-day weekend forecast. Another idea for Fridays, maybe, or a certain day of the week, we could add fun facts about the weather, where I could talk about, I don't know, how fronts work, tornadoes, hurricanes, clouds. It's a lot of information that you have to relay onto the slides from your source, like your computer. Maybe you use your phone app. You need to keep your cool. You need to be okay with doing almost the same thing every day. Getting into class, editing the slides on your computer, then filming it. Weather's really important to me. I love doing it. It's what I do every day. It's my role in Pierce. Thank you for watching.
just like you. You can never yourself you've not been treated with respect or kindness. You don't deserve to be treated badly. There are people who accept you for who you are. Since when did April get so pretty and smart? Since when did she get to be so mean? She's a bully. I'm not you, you are not me. We are not the same. But we are the same. Look out, nobody likes her. Listen up, April and her little group think they're better than everybody else. No, you just whatever.
Good morning, class. Oh. Excuse me. Excuse me, hi. Could you go back to your seat, please? Yes, you please. Could you please go back to your seat? Thank you. Here we go. One for you, and one for you.
Pop quiz are the worst.
This is unacceptable. Sit down. Sit down. Class.
Go, guys, go! Run! Run! because that's your problem, not mine.
I don't want to be friends anymore. Take your friendship bracelet back.
Where is she?
She ran away.
Where is she?
She followed you. She wanted to be like you.
Oh no. This is all my fault. Stop that. No.
I'll be right back, okay?
I can't believe I did this.
It's okay. It's not your fault.
I'm so sorry. Please be my friend again. Come on, let's go. If I don't have to be a bully, neither do you. Everyone should be kind. Later.
Hi, my name is Sparky. Secretly, it's Sparky Spy. Sparky Spy here. Hi guys, there's only one really hard problem to solve. It's the birds. Now they always come and steal seeds. Why do they steal the seeds? So I'm gonna figure out how to get rid of them and make them stop stealing the seeds. It's time to wait till the birds come. I couldn't find any birds. There is no bird. It's time for plan B. Wait, hold on. I didn't make a plan B. What am I gonna do? Okay, I found the walkie-talkie. But there's only one problem. I didn't really figure out how to use it yet. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. I turned it on. But there's another problem. Okay, I know that I said one problem. There's two problems actually. No one's on the other side of it. Like, no one's gonna be able to talk to me. Like, isn't that the whole point of a walkie-talkie? I know I said there's only two problems, but now there's three problems. Is that I'm really itchy right now. I can't stay alive without itching. Okay, so it turns out that I did survive.
Now, it's time to go outside.
I'm gonna chase my tail. I'm gonna chase my tail. I'm gonna chase my tail. Okay, now I'm gonna go back inside. I'm gonna go back and got distracted again. So I'm gonna get undistracted right now. Okay, now I'm undistracted. I don't know what to do now though. It's time for plan C. To make a plan C, which is bad, so I'm gonna start thinking about that right now.
News. Now with susness news. World-renowned scientist Dr. Sospito has come out with a study showing that susness is spread through using the word sus. His study showed that the number of reported susness cases has grown by 96% in the last 2 months. For more information, we go now to Maggie Hauk.
Just like Grace said, the scientist Dr. Sospito has come out with a study backed by the FDA. The study showed that the word sus has been spreading at rapid speeds, and now almost everyone is using it. Schools have been shut down. Workplaces are no longer allowing people to come in, and it is no longer safe to go out. To show how bad it is, they followed a Sussus around for a day to see how many times they used it. They followed Sussus Grace Garrity.
Oh wait, are we recording?
Yeah, they just called you the sussest person ever.
Me? I'm not sus.
They counted that they used the word 7,000 times. For some comparison, the average person only says 7,000 words a day. She used it in every sentence, and she even used it to describe things that weren't sus, like this photo of a cute dog. People are going crazy. The president has called for a state of emergency.
President Biden, and because of the sus attacks, I call a state of emergency.
Despite people being warned to stay inside, there are crowds of people gathering and going crazy.
You're so sus.
You're sus.
No, you're sus.
No, you are.
You're the sussy baka.
You're sus.
No, you're the sus one here. That's not me.
You're the sussiest.
Why am I sus? You're the one who's sus.
You're sus.
No, that's you.
No, you are.
Why? You are sus.
You are the sussiest.
You're the sussiest baka.
Well, that was one of the sussest things I've ever seen. From all of us at Susses News, we hope that you stay safe and don't get attacked by the susness. Stay tuned for more information.
That's sus.
Yeah, they just called you the sussest person in the world.
Me?
You're the sussiest one here.
No.
One.
You're the one who's sus here. You're the sussiest. Well, I'm a sussy baka. I know.
I like the middle one.
No, you're the sussy baka.
That's sus.
Oh, didn't see you there. My name's Adriana Alexander, and today I will tell you about the Great Edmund Fitzgerald, one of the largest freighters to ever go on the Great Lakes. It was made in 1958. The largest boats to ever sail across the Great Lakes. It was as tall as 2 football fields. It carried iron ore to Detroit, Toledo, and Cleveland. November 9th, 1975, the Edmund Fitzgerald left dock, heading towards Detroit. They wanted to make one last trip before the weather got too cold or dangerous. They went straight through the Lake Superior. On November 10th, 1975, one day after the Edmund Fitzgerald had just left dock, they fell into trouble. It got cold and dangerous out on the water, straight in the middle of Lake Superior. The Arthur M. Anderson was close behind. They were going to a different location, but were still worried about the Fitzgerald, so kept following them. On November 10th, 1975, the Fitzgerald had sunk. Nobody knew exactly what happened to it. Now, at Old Mariners Church every year, they rang 29 times for every man that died on that ship. I got interested about the Edmund Fitzgerald because me and my grandma went to this museum in Toledo, Ohio. We saw a replica in the Bell, and then we got instantly in love with it. I had these 2 library books right here. They were super interesting. Then we heard this guy named Gordon Lightfoot who said this song about the Edmund Fitzgerald. It was beautiful and sad, but we can't play it because that would be a copyright.
Hello, I'm here with Mr. Malaparte, one of Marta's 4th grade teachers, and I'm interviewing him because I don't know at all a lot about a firefighter. So my first question is, why did you want to be a firefighter?
I had been a teacher for probably about 13, 14 years before I became a firefighter. So I was looking for another job besides teaching, another way I could serve my community, and something that might be more physically challenging and demanding than just teaching was. And so I applied to be a firefighter in Troy.
That's a very, well, what is it like being a firefighter?
It's like a lot of different things, I suppose. It's very busy, so there's a lot of training that we have to do, and there's a lot of fire calls that we have to go on. But it's also kind of fun because there's a lot of other firefighters that I get to spend time with and hang out with. And then even my family gets to hang out at the fire station and kind of participate in a lot of different things too.
Wow. What did you have to do to train doing a firefighter?
So to become a firefighter, you have to go to the fire academy. So it's kind of like college or school for firefighters. And so I did that at Oakland Community College. and I went there for a whole school year. So I would go in the evenings a couple times a week, and then on the weekends. And I had books, and I had to read and study and take tests and quizzes, and then we had to do different physical type training and learn about things. And then after you go through the academy and you become a certified firefighter, then every Monday we train at my fire station. So every Monday from 7 o'clock till 10 o'clock at night, we do more training. So we have to train at least 80 hours every year on top of what we did in the fire academy. So it's constant training every week.
Crazy. Are you ever nervous going into fires?
Yes. It can be kind of scary when you see a house on fire and you have to go inside it and you can't see very well and there's all these things going on. But that's when you rely on all that training that I told you that we do. So with all that training, you know that your equipment will protect you. You know that your partners on your fire department are going to help you, and you kind of know the job you have to do. So I think all that training makes you less scared because you know what you're supposed to do.
That makes sense. And the last question I have is, have you ever met any like really good friends?
On the fire department?
Yeah.
Yeah, so at the fire station, at my fire station, there's probably about 25 firefighters that are still active firefighters. And then there are at least 20 or more firefighters that are retired. And so everybody hangs out at the fire station. Even if I'm not going to training or not going to a fire, I'll go up to the fire station and hang out. And we have a pool table there and a TV, and we have video games, and we have food, and we'll go wash our cars, and we do a lot of events. So I've met a lot of really good friends on the fire department, and some of them are my age, some of them are younger, some of them are older, but we all have the fire department in common. So good friends.
Thank you for sharing being a firefighter.
Safety 101. That's why you don't text and ride.
You know what all these things have in common? A healthy heart. Donate now.
Welcome back, folks, to round 3 of Rock, Paper, Scissors Fight Night. We have Rocky Balboa versus Spider Rico. This has been an incredible match so far. They're going at each other like monkeys. That's incredible. Rock, paper, and scissors, and Rocky gets hit! Oh my God, an incredible move by Spider Rico, and Rocky goes down! Oh my God, Spider Rico gets it the win!
Another day, another loss.
Rocky! I got news for you.
What's up, Mickey?
Apollo Creed wants to fight you, Rocky.
That's wild, Mickey. How long have you known?
I just heard about it now, Rocky.
That's wild, Mickey.
One more thing, Rocky. I gotta ask you something.
Anything, Mickey.
Can I be your trainer?
Well, that's just great news, Mickey. Mickey, I gotta get trained right away, Mickey. I gotta go, Mickey. I gotta go.
Welcome back, folks, to the Grosse Pointe Rock, Paper, Scissors Boxing Championship. We have Rocky Balboa versus the world champion Apollo Creed. They keep getting hit and keep falling down, but there's no letting down. Round 10, folks, round 10. This has been an incredible match so far. One of the best I've seen in years. They're throwing rock, they're throwing paper, and they're throwing scissors. Round 100, folks. This has been the greatest game I've seen in years. Referee. And Rocky wins it! Rocky goes the distance and beats Apollo Creed!
Hi everyone, I'm Grace and I'm with Miss Grosjean today. So Miss Grosjean, when did you start teaching?
So I graduated from Michigan State in 2008 and then did my student teaching 2008 to 2009 and then subbed for 2 years before I got hired full-time. So my first full-time year of teaching was 2011.
So like you've been teaching for like 11 years?
Yes, 11, almost 12, yep.
Why'd you decide to teach like 5th grade?
Well, I've mostly taught middle school in all of the years that I've been teaching. I've taught 6th through 8th grade most of the time, and then went to elementary for 1 year at Trombley, but really wanted to be back in a middle school. So when I saw that 5th grade was moving up to the middle school, I really wanted to get in that position, and I'm glad that I did, because I love being in the middle school and getting to do all the fun middle school stuff like the clubs and the play and all of that.
So how many like shows have you been a part of? Like throughout your whole life?
Oh gosh, well, directing, this will be my 5th show that I've directed this year for when we're doing Matilda. And stuff that I've been a part of, I started doing plays in elementary school, so I guess I would have to think back. Probably at least 10 that I've been in.
Thank you for letting us interview you today.
You're welcome. Thanks for giving me the opportunity.
Bye, everyone.
The year was 2020. The world went into nuclear war, killing everything in sight. Everyone left on the surface was turned into vicious zombies who prowled the streets. The only survivors were people like my family, those who had enough money to afford nuclear bunkers to hide in. All was well until my parents came down with a radiation sickness threatening their lives. We must find a cure, and soon. My name is Zeke. I was born in a bunker and never have seen the sky.
I promise, I'll find a cure. Just give me time. We're hanging in there, Zeke. You just have to worry about your little brother, Xander. I can take care of myself. We'll find a way to help you.
We love you, boys. Come on, come on.
We should go to a pharmacy to look for medicine.
Pharmacy's already taken over by zombies. We've got a better idea.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
Joey Z!
Mom told me he's a doctor. He has medicine for them. He can save them.
We gotta get there quick.
But what about the zombies?
We gotta gear up.
We'll save you. I promise.
We trust you, boys.
Thank you, kids.
Let's blow this popsicle stand.
Yeah, rock and roll. Watch out for zombies. Help me! Wait, are you
Stop.
okay?
We can't let the zombies hear us.
No, please, help, no! Ah! What the? Oh my god.
Looks like we can't go this way.
Yeah, let's go. Come on, just a few more blocks till Joey Z's. Let's go.
It's open.
Joey,
Joey.
Joey, Joey Z, Joey Z,
Joey.
Joey,
Joey Z.
Joey, you here?
Hello?
Hi. Our parents told us about you.
Do you have medicine for them? Medicine?
Can we have it? We need it for our parents.
Joey.
Joey, are you okay? Why are you twitching? Is he okay? Are you okay? Joey? Joey Z, are you okay? Get the meds, get the meds. Come on, I got them. Let's go, let's go. What do we do? Where do we go?
Come on. Let's blow this popsicle stand.
Yeah, rock and roll.
That can't be.
How did he beat us here?
It's too late. I killed your parents.
No!
Oh my god!
Xander, Zeke, we must avenge our parents.
What? No! Please! No! I told you I could fend for myself.
I guess you were right. There's nowhere to go. Our parents are gone.
We've reached a dead end. We'll have to find shelter and fend for ourselves from now on. Come on, Xander. Let's go, Xander.
What if homeless people had a nice place to live? What if everyone had enough to eat?
What if there were no wars and common diseases? What if there was no crime? What if cancer didn't exist? What if bullying were illegal?
What if we lived in a world where everyone got along? What if no one was lonely? And what if there were zombies? Would they get mail?
What if zombies could ride bikes? What if zombies were our good friends?
What if zombies had mind control?
What if zombies could dance?
What if zombies could play with people?
What if zombies existed? It would be pretty awesome.
That zombie one, really gonna stick with me. What if there were zombies? I love that. Absolutely incredible. Congrats to everybody that contributed to that. I really enjoyed watching it. Let's get right to it and start handing out some awards. Does that sound good? All right. So students, when I call your name, come up on stage via the door stage left over here. So you see that exit sign? That is where you're gonna wanna go to come up on stage. Our DAFT team will be there to help you. And then step onto the stage, take a bow, and pose with your trophy. So our festival photographer, Michael from Visual Ronin, can take a nice picture of you with your entry slide up here on the big screen behind you. Parents and teachers, if you could still stay seated, we'll have these photos available on our website free of charge, and that will allow us to move through everyone quickly and be sure that everyone gets their proper time in the spotlight, which you guys all definitely deserve. There should be plenty of time after we wrap things up for more pictures with your kids, so feel free to use the step and repeat background in the lobby to take more photos. There's a cool director's chair there as well. Also, all certificates for excellence, honor, and merit organized by school should be picked up in the lobby at the end of this ceremony. So I appreciate it. And yeah, that exit right over there. First, we'll start with Haley's fundraiser commercial, a public service announcement. Haley Williamson, teacher Jennifer Williamson from Bailey Lake Elementary School. Round of applause, please. Really fantastic. Next, Don't Text and Ride PSA, a public service announcement. Morgan Williamson, Haley Williamson, teacher Jennifer Williamson, Bailey Lake Elementary School, Sasha Ba Middle School in Clarkston. So good. A Pencil's Journey in Animation. Student Michelle Hunter, teacher Ilya Tolbert from Bates Academy, part of DPS. I'm not sure if they are here, so we will keep going. They are here? Oh, please give them a round of applause. Okay. In honor, of course. Let's go to A Spark of Life, also animation. Student Candace Johnson, teacher Ilya Tolbert, Bates Academy, showing up big time for DPS. Do we have Candace back there? Is that you, Candace? No, okay. This is the Bates Animation Showcase for 2023. Micah Allen, Jade Burnside, Kari Carr, Kimura Chandler, Xavier Dawkinson, Scotland Finley, Malaya Johnson, Ariana Harper, Chelsea Leggs, Amber Ross, Grace Strayhorn, Vivica Toussaint, Shyler Williams, Ilya Tolbert, again, Bates at Academy with a nice three-peat here. Bubblegum Madness in animation, which I really, really loved. Sania Muhammad, teacher Ilya Tolbert, Bates Academy. Mysterious Shadow, student Josiah Majors Irwin, Ilya Tolbert. Nice. Cool. Make sure you get your photo right over there. See that little step on the ground? Yep. Yeah, give it up for Josiah. That kid has moxie, no doubt about it. Again, for Bates Academy. Star in the making. All right. He's already got one big fan in me, for sure. Let's go to test subject 297, the Fire Boy, Mark Ross. Teacher, Ilya Tolbert, Bates Academy. Walk with me in the experimental category. Students Matthew Wilson, Caden Grew, Daquan Jones, Palace Ramirez. Teacher Scott A. Gillespie is part of the Downriver Detroit Student Film Consortium. What if, in the narrative category, Julian Fela, Caden M. Walker, Malcolm Pitchford, Kaysen Crawley, Matthew Wilson, Megan Stone, again with the Downriver Detroit Student Film Consortium. Congratulations. Secret Dog Spy. I think that was a crowd favorite. Narrative. Parker Stowe. Teacher Stephanie Harbinson. Hamilton Parsons Elementary School in Romeo. Shout out to Romeo. Yeah, when the students come out, you'll see a little red tee on the ground there for your photos. Next are a couple, big round of applause. Next are a couple of independent projects. Fear Ichabod, Animation, Julian Wood, and Sharif Odabat. Teacher John Wood. Next up is Owen and Ethan go apple picking. Owen Shapinski and Ethan Shapinski, teacher Tony Shapinski. Again, I don't have pronouncers, trying my hardest up here. Big round of applause. There you go, wave it big and proud. Give it up for him. Next up, the bully friend divide. Emily Janikowski, teacher Corey Woodhouse, Jackman Road Elementary in Temperance. The Edmund Fitzgerald in the documentary/events category. Adriana Alexander, teacher Annette Frank, Keller Elementary in Royal Oak. Congratulations. Firefighter interview in the news sports category. Student Riley Silcock, teacher Mary Burns, Martell Elementary School in Troy. Being a Trojan, Miss Grosjean, news package, Ellie Satorka, Aaron Ramsey, Grace Gersey, teacher Stephen Gersey, Pierce Middle School in Grosse Pointe. Being a Trojan, Peter Howlett in the news package category. Students Jude O'Meara, Peter Howlett, Sam Labady. Stephen Garrissey, teacher, Pierce Middle School, again in Grosse Pointe. Well represented here. Congratulations. Good team effort. Pierce News, animated opener in the experimental other category. Grace Garrissey and Stephen Garrissey, teacher, Pierce Middle School, again. Primo Piatto, an experimental other. Elias Castrosonis, Everett Wood. Coming from Pierce Middle School. Rocky, Paper, Scissors in the narrative category. Jude O'Meara, Peter Howlett, Kaylin Livingstone, Sam Labady, Everin Celebi. Really enjoyed this piece of hard-hitting news. Sus News, experimental other. Maggie Hoke and Grace Garrissey, Stephen Garrissey, teacher. Again, Pierce Middle School in Grosse Pointe. Fantastic work. The Dead End in the narrative category. Jude O'Meara, Peter Howlett, Logan Conkey, Nadeem Hirani, Sam Labady, Pierce Middle School in Grosse Pointe. And we want to make sure we get everybody here, so I want to go back to that Bates Animation Showcase, which had quite an illustrious crew working on it. Teacher Ilya Tolbert and students Micah Allen, Jade Burdenside, Kari Carr, Kamora Chandler, Xavier Dawkinsons, Scotland Finley, Malaya Johnson. If you guys are here, you could get start coming out there. Ariana Harper, Chelsea Leggs, Amber Ross, Grace Strayhorn, Vivica Toussaint, Kyler Williams. And there you have it. Congratulations to all of this year's Festival Best of Show awardees. At this time, I want to ask all of the students who entered a project into the festival this year to stand up and please be recognized. Whether you placed Best of Show, Excellence, Honor, or Merit, you should all be extremely proud of the hard work and creativity that you put forth into this. Absolutely amazing, and I hope all of you continue working in these various mediums, because the creativity and originality that I saw was remarkable. So congratulations again. Keep entering, keep making stuff, and I think the kids are going to be all right. I'm very excited to see this generation of creatives grow up and help change the world. We want to thank all of the people who worked on the festival this year. Those you can see right here in this theater, and even more of them who worked behind the scenes. Please give them a big, big round of applause. Really, really appreciate that. I also want to mention, as we're heading out here, you'll see we've got these beautiful new Our Detroit magazines that just came out. And inside of those magazines, which are available in the lobby, you can ask the people in the front there to grab you one. A really great piece about John Prusak, who is really the beating heart of this event and of this festival. So make sure that you pick one of those up and check out that article and honor John in that way. It really, really matters to us. Teachers, you will be receiving your judges' feedback forms via email in the next couple of weeks. Please remember to pick up your school's certificates for all other award categories in the lobby. We appreciate that oh so much. Also, check out DAFT's website at daftonline.org for information about its other programs that support media teachers and students. And please become a DAFT member. Your membership supports this festival and all that DAFT does throughout the year. Obviously has a huge impact with these kids, so please support that if you can. And I just want to thank you guys again. Enjoy the rest of your day. We can't wait to see you next year for the 56th Michigan Student Film Festival. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Thanks for being a great crowd. Make sure to pick up the Hour magazine in the lobby. Thank you guys so much. And congrats again to all of the students. Please, one more round of applause.